Okay, fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. If you are watching as a Patreon patron, you're getting it real time, and we appreciate that you are paying for that privilege. If you're watching as a YouTube subscriber, same thing. Thank you so much. If you have managed to figure out how to link your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account, we're getting paid. You're getting a bonus by getting the content early. So look at the show description. It tells you how to do that. Link your accounts. It's easy. You have to do it every month or so, though. So just remember to do it. You can wait till you finish listening to my wisdom before you do it. But please link the accounts. Today's question from SIFTD from ZN Trip. The FTC recently filed a lawsuit to try and block Meta from acquiring a VR company called Within. Do you think regulators can successfully limit major tech companies from monopolizing the metaverse? Will mid-sized companies and startups be able to fairly compete in the metaverse, or will it be a walled garden rigged in favor of the tech giants? What a great question. I'm gonna suffer through the embarrassment of being wrong on this one, because I could be wrong. But my God, was that a stupid lawsuit. So Within, my understanding is they make games for Oculus, and so they're a VR developer that makes no money. I'm sure they make a little bit of money. This is not a big acquisition, and I don't think by buying them that Facebook is gaining anything, other than a good team of quality developers who know how to work with Quest. But I mean, we're not talking about Facebook buying Google. We're not talking about monopolizing anything. And Within is not the leading developer that's going to take us to the next level in the metaverse. They're a good developer that makes VR games. So the FTC picked the wrong lawsuit. So my guess is they're going to get their ass kicked if they try to sue. If they go through to court. I think that the court is going to say, show us how this is anti-competitive. And the answer is going to be, how big is the VR market? Answer, not. How many companies participate? Answer, a lot. What is VR game pricing? Peanuts. How is this bad for consumers? It's not. I mean, this is just stupid. I mean, I get it if Within made Call of Duty on console and they thought Facebook was going to pull it off of all consoles and you have to buy a Quest headset, sure. But they're not Activision. So, no, I don't see this at all. Now, to editorialize a bit, there is no chance that the metaverse will be a walled garden. 0.0% chance. Yes, Facebook thinks it will be. So you're going to have to make a decision who's more credible, me or Zuckerberg, about the metaverse. And I'm totally fine if you say Zuckerberg. But my buddy Matthew Ball and I agree. He wrote the book on it. He and I are completely in agreement on this. The metaverse has to be open, cannot be walled. And I think Zuckerberg does not get that. I don't think Roblox gets it. Roblox has a walled garden too. And it's sort of like saying, we're going to create the internet and you're going to have the ability to communicate only with other AOL email holders. And if you could only send AOL email to AOL email, there's two ways to play. Either we all get AOL email, or we say that, and someone will come along, like Microsoft with Outlook, and everybody will have email addresses that just work. And so my Wedbush account can email to Shane's SIFTD account, and it works. Go figure. How is that possible? And the two of us can copy your Gmail account, and it works. How did that happen? Not in a walled garden. Not if AOL had anything to say about it. And by the way, back in the days of the internet, AOL thought it would be a walled garden. AOL was at one point in time one of the biggest tech companies in the world, and now they pretty much don't exist. And Facebook, unfortunately, Zuckerberg, who is old enough and smart enough to know this, is making the same mistake, and he's going to lose. So the FTC unfortunately thinks that because Facebook is big, that they're the winner, and they're wrong. Meta's going to spend whatever it takes to win this lawsuit, and they're going to win. And I don't think it really matters, because I don't think Meta is a player. I don't think they're approaching this right. Can they change what they're doing and try to create open world? Of course. Open architecture? Sure. Epic is going to win the metaverse. I'm telling you, Epic's going to win. Unless somebody else, and I'm telling, Google's not smart enough, Apple's not smart enough, Microsoft is. Somebody else has to come along and say, no, that's not what we're going to do. It's got to be open. I actually would bet on Microsoft before I bet on any other big tech company, because I think they are the most enlightened of the tech companies. But everybody else seems to think walled garden's going to win, and it's not. So mid-sized companies and startups, sure. Let's call Epic a mid-sized company or a startup. No, I mean, they were.
But, a long time ago.
Right, exactly. But I mean, they're an independent, and they just kind of do their own thing.
I think he's hinting at, like, SIFTD. Can SIFTD do something in the metaverse?
We all can do something in the metaverse. That's the point. The reason that companies like Chewy can come out of nowhere is because the internet was open. Because anybody can get to it. Anybody can order on it. All the information, billing, everything works because the internet's open. If you made that a walled garden and I had to go into Facebook to order dog food, and only Facebook could bill me, and that's really what Apple is with iOS. That's why Epic's suing them. So you got to break down the walls, and the guy who figures this out, it's going to start with the marketplace guys. That's why I said Epic and Unity. It's going to include the billing people. You're going to need somebody who just gives you this universal wallet that works, and that requires regulation. You're going to have to come down to the government making sure that there's not terrorist organizations funding, illicit activity or drug dealers laundering money. It's going to take a while, but Facebook is not the answer. Meta is not the answer. So Zuckerberg obviously is a smart guy and he'll change his approach, but this acquisition is too stupid to even talk about, and the FTC should leave them alone. So this really shows you, and what's interesting is, I don't know when Meta tried to acquire Within, but it wasn't a year ago. And Activision, Microsoft announced buying Activision in mid-January, and the FTC hasn't filed a lawsuit yet. But Meta moves, boom, they're on it. So the FTC, this actually should make people very encouraged that Activision and Microsoft's going to happen, because the FCC can't win that one either. I hope I convinced a couple more of you to join Patreon. Thank you. And I hope a couple of more of you joined YouTube as subscribers. Thank you. And I hope all of you linked your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account. That's easy. And there's instructions on how to do that in our show description. If you haven't done any of those things, follow me on Twitter, you bastard, @Michael Pachter.